let's go again. Champ is still my favorite character out of all the downfall characters. It feels so nice. Right side has a very valuable floor with 2 extra rest sites and 3 elites. Couple of question marks and a shop. Let's transform. Arena prep and berserker shout. I do wanna make a counter build work eventually without the old on guard, but this looks like it's gonna be more of a... Oh! Arena prep lost the fatigue. That's a very reasonable nerf, because that card was pretty busted. Still is extremely good, but with the fatigue on top of it, that was insanely powerful. Gain the strength, moved into defensive, which I'm now gonna use to gain block. And let's enter berserker. Whoops! Could have used the strike there, but it's all fine. Arena prep will carry us through the early game. Well, nothing is really pushing us into berserker right now. We only have 1 berserker shout, that's all. We could still go with something like preemptive strike, defensive shout, stuff like that, and try to build around counter. But we do have... Requires defensive. Deal damage equal to your counter to all enemies, lose half your counter. On upgrade costs 0. That seems way better than false counter. Way better. Let's try to build around it. We do already have a lot of techniques, thanks to arena prep. So maybe all we need at this point is a few good ways to enter defensive. To make that plan happen. Lariat, triple strike. Retain. The technique crown is a bit off here. Fatigue 3, well, technique, retain technique. Deal 6 damage. Add 2 strikes into your hand. They cost 0 and have technique. Exhaust. Okay. Wow. Fancy. That sounds really good. Chain Lash is 9 fatigue, not quite enough to give us the second strength. Then we have 21 damage. Let's just full defend here. Then we can triple strike this turn. For the win? Not quite. Oh, we have another strike, so that works out. Armor's Tincture, gain 4 block each time you play a card this turn. Nice. Sigil of Victory. Technique, repeat this effect 2 times. Exhaust, upgrades to 4 times. In defensive mode, that's gain 12 counter for 0. In Berserker, that's 9 fatigue. So almost the strength. 12 counter for 0. Versus Tornado Punch. Yes, I like it. It does exhaust though, so it's only gonna be a one-time thing. Ah, 2 triple strikes this time. Let's just triple strike their frontliner down. Build up some counter while we're at it. We build up even more counter and then we preemptive strike. Muddle the 2 highest cost cards in your hand. Cannot cost 3. Circumvent seems like a key piece of a counter deck. Execute is nice. Yep. Let's gain a lot of counter. Ultimate stance. Or we can just win with triple strike here. Parry. Gain 10 counter. If your counter is used this turn, add riposte to your hand. Riposte deal damage equal to the amount of counter used. Costs another 1 energy. Not bad. Deal 9 damage. Hits 3 times if fatigue is 30 or higher. Interesting. 30 or higher, huh? Doesn't go down when you upgrade it. The damage goes up though. On guard. Good block card. We have Circumvent right now. Yeah, let's go with an on guard. I don't feel like I want parry just yet. Not gonna open with this turn. This is a bit better. I could get my second strength if I executed here. But the next turn might be even better with the arena prep. But it's also pretty defensive with the taunt and guard. Which is not a bad thing for our opening turn in this fight. Let's taunt into a stance, arena prep into arena prep. That's just busted. And execute is full defense for us. Too bad our block doesn't get broken because the enemy was weakened. Otherwise we would have gained a bunch of defense this turn as well. Let's go for weakness, defend, defend, circumvent. And then start dealing damage again next turn. These cards keep retain, which is really fantastic. I'm gonna start building up some more strength. This is the one with retain. If we taunt into defensive and then execute, we are gonna block most of the damage that's incoming. Let's taunt, so we can use these battle plans for a nice effect. It's not really what I wanted out of them, but it's still good. And I think we keep defending as well as we can. And then go on the offensive this turn. Well, that's not very offensive, but at least we can generate a bunch of strength. And hopefully finish with a couple strikes and executes here. 11:33. Nice. Meal ticket. Whenever you enter shop, heal 15 HP. That's very good. Enchant sword. Probably not gonna be that useful to us. I want a flash strike. It's an opener. It's also a combo. Really nice. Centennial puzzle. The first time you lose HP each combat, draw 3 cards. That's really, really good with the champ. I'm gonna go with Flash Strike to open into an arena prep. Is our first arena prep upgraded? It is. Nice, nice. Let's just gain a bunch of counter because there's not much else we can do this turn. We should definitely taunt for the weakness. That switches us over to Berserker. It gives us enough counter to finish the slime. These retain. The card draw from the Centennial puzzle because of fatigue. That's an upside if you use it carefully, but I didn't there, so... Defensive shout, so we can use Circumvent for defense this turn. Defend, execute, and then the counter will finish them off. Flurry strikes and circle defensive shout. I'll take a defensive shout. That would be a good time to pick up the ruby key, if we care about that at all. Well, we care about it eventually, but right now, I mean... Circumvent is a huge upgrade. The extra technique on it really matters. Preemptive strike is also pretty significant, being 0 cost. Let's go with Circumvent for now. Let's go Berserker into arena prep. Ultimate stance. That would be nice if we could execute after that. But we won't have execute in the next hand. I don't think execute is even what we do here. I think it's just getting ready for the next turn. These are all skills, so that's a bit of a problem perhaps. Defensive shout, chain lash, preemptive strike is a good amount of damage. This is 12 and another 12. 24 counter, then this is 12 damage? That's not even that much. It's 24 damage now, but it halves our counter, so it's minus 12 damage during our turn. And so many of these cards are skills. I'm worried about this fight. This is 12 block now, right now. It's probably better at a later turn. Still a good chunk of damage we dealt there. Let's go ultimate. And let's make sure we don't die here. 22 counter. If we full block this turn, and we should be fine. Smiling Mask. The merchant's card removal service now always costs 50 gold. There's also a weak potion. Skillful dodge. Upgrades to increase by 4 each time. Rapid strikes is also interesting with the amount of technique triggers we have. But I'm gonna go for skillful dodge. I will break the emerald. Dex matters a lot. And upgrade the skillful dodge. It's gonna be a very important card for us in the next few fights. 15 block and our block will get broken. Yeah. This is okay. Want a flash strike? Ah, right, that's not enough to kill. We are still weakened. Well, that's not bad though. This is still quite good. Okay, these are the... Oh, no. Huh? Ah, yeah. They got block from the frontliner, of course. Set a trap. We don't have that many attacks in the deck. Set a trap is... not sure. Not the greatest card around. We have 2 good defensive entries already. I'm not sure if we need a stance at this point. Yeah. Can't be bad to have one of those. Maybe we don't need that many though. Let's build up counter. And stay out of gladiator for now. Berserker. We want to build up counter more than anything. Oh, yeah. That's the counter I was talking about. This is only the second turn. We can wake up next turn. If we even want to. We can't wake up this turn. Because we simply don't have damage. This will be 21 block, which is unfortunate because if it were 20 block, we would have had our block broken and gained the extra defense from it. This is a 20 counter, not enough to get the kill. Which is really unfortunate because we don't have block in this hand. What? How does this cost 3 now? Man, I feel cheated. And I'm an idiot. I forgot about our starter relic. I thought cards muddled by this potion couldn't cost 3. But apparently that's bugged. Ooh, white beast statue. Potion always appear in card rewards. Moment of truth. Retain finisher. 0 cost. Draws a card on upgrade. Okay. Interesting. I'm gonna go with the ignore pain here. Having trouble with this pronunciation for some reason. I'm not sure why. Merchant. We have the meal ticket, yes. That heals us for 15. That's really important at the moment. Can play everything here. No, we can't because... Well, we can play everything important here. Giving us a bunch of counter. Let's enter defensive, arena prep. Flash strike, defensive shout, chain lash and finish with a preemptive strike. That makes the counter actually much more usable. This preemptive strike against the merchant, I mean. Another flash strike. Best thing we can do here is execute into flash strike. Oops, we had a berserker shout we could have played for 1 more damage there. But that's fine. Colorless potion, nice. Shield wall still seems really good for us with the extra decks. Toolbox. Other than that, card removal because it's cheap. On a defend, we have flash strikes for defense. Flash strike, skillful dodge and on guard. And circumvent, yes. Our deck is currently a bit too defensive. Do I want another shield wall? No, I don't think so. A second one becomes awkward, and 2 decks is usually enough to scale our defense on. Well, our block is gonna get broken. Good chunk of counter there. Can we kill the frontliner? We can with an execute and any other attack. That means we can save our counter for the slime. Okay, liquid memories. Choose a card in your discard pile and return it to your hand. It costs 0 this turn. Duel. Upgrades to become a technique? Probably not. The 0 cost hater. Silent. 2 shifts are fine. We can give her 2 shifts. It doesn't trigger the shuriken. I'm gonna try to find a scaling card here. That will do. This time we don't want to give her 2 shifts. 1 is fine. So I'm gonna play arena prep. Let's keep building up counter. One shift is fine. We need some defense this turn. Lariat. That's 16 more block. That will do. That's also a decent amount of count. Why did she gain a shift now? Lariat is not a zero cost card. Huh. That sucks. Now she triggers Shuriken at additional time. Ouch. Incoming is 24 now. Well, at least we still full block. No, I forgot about the strength gain after, during the turn. And this fight needs a couple of adjustments. Lariat, I don't think Lariat glowed red either. But I'm actually not sure there. Set a trap is quite reasonable here. That might have... Well, these towns retain. No, never mind. It's fine. We can still enter a stance here. Yeah, Lariat doesn't show the icon for Infinite Blades. And it's not a zero cost, yet it still triggered it. That's really weird. This turn sucks. At least she's weakened. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 shifts. Why does this cloak and dagger cost 0? Huh. Why does her cloak and dagger plus cost 0? Ouch. Skillful dodge. Sigil of Victory causes us to actually take damage here. So I guess we play Circumvent as well. And win. Phew, strategy potion. Choose one of 2 cards which enter a stance to add to your hand, 1 for each stance. It costs 0 this turn. Nice. Gladiator form. Whenever you use a technique bonus, draw a card. Whenever you use a finisher bonus, gain an energy next turn. Upgrades to become 2 cost. Yes. I want that. Tiny house, runic pyramid, fusion hammer. I wanted energy, but there was none. Runic pyramid is really good with ignore pain. Not so essential with gladiator form. Fusion hammer is really rough. We need a lot of upgrades still. Can we do Fusion Hammer here? I guess so. I really want the energy. Let's look at the cost of our deck. 3, 2, 3. We have Execute as well. Arena Prep is a 0, but it gives us more cards we want to play. Okay. So we want to still hunt for some elites. Question marks are now very important because these can be our sources of upgrade sometimes. Shops are also nice. The right path looks pretty nice. I'm gonna go for that one. Let's recall because we don't really need to rest at the moment. Taunt makes sure these don't deal damage to us. Well, we don't exactly have... Does that count as a hit? It doesn't. We don't exactly have a lot of damage this turn. Huh. I do want to taunt, but I think I want to get the counter first. Actually, let's generate a defensive card. Vicious Mockery helps with defense. This means our defense will be exactly broken. I would love to play that shield wall. Oh no, it won't, because the bird dies before he finishes the attacks. Right, right. That makes sense. Don't really want to beam Berserker at all. Counter doesn't count as an attack now. Shield wall, flash strike. Slime block. I feel like we have to execute here. It's gonna be defensive sharp flash strike execute. That's gonna be 12, 18 counter. This is gonna be 6 damage. That should work. We could also just kill the backliner, that works even better. Nice. Shield wall upgraded. Fine. Brew of Sharpness, 25 counter. Huh. The cleric. Want a card removal. Let's get this Berserker shout out of the deck. It's really not what we want. Let's go with Taunt, Flash Strike, and then Ignore Pain for 10 block. Execute will be 12 block. I think what we do here is execute, then stance back into defensive. Okay, then we can play shield wall easily. Going well so far. Shield wall, defend, taunt. Not the stance I want to be in, but it's full defense for us. We have 15 counter every turn by base now, which is very nice. There we go. Dew pot. It's probably better than a strategy pot. Upgraded stance, yes, please. We could lose Smiling Mask, Centennial Puzzle or Meal Ticket. I don't want a random rare card. This is almost never a good option. I think they should change this. I would probably not take this most of the time, even if a relic was chosen that lost all the charges. Because the rare card is random, it's not a rare card pick. And oftentimes rare cards just don't fit into your deck. There are certain rare cards that just don't make sense. Smiling Mask for 3 potions would be nice if we didn't have a lot of potions and beast statues already. Centennial Puzzle is really good. I do want to keep that. We don't need to rest at the moment. We're gonna rest here. The main benefit of going for that rest side would be that we could break our Ruby key there and would have a strength for this and the upcoming fight. Nice. Got the couple of card draw there, helping us build up some counter. 7 counter versus 6 damage. Well, we have a couple of ways we can translate that counter into damage. Well, mostly one really good way in the preemptive strike, which I would have loved to draw here, but we didn't. $17 block. That's 43. That's 43. 50. No. 49. That kills the frontliner. Stance upgrade to also give you an extra card if you were already in the stance. That would be very good. Card's block is increased by strength instead of dex, but it shows 10 block, so it does get increased with dex still. Yep, it does indeed get increased by strength, by dex, even non-upgraded. I'll take 4 here. I could prevent that pretty easily. By pulling back a skillful dodge. Automaton is programming this game, making sequences full of buggy messes. Well, it's still the beta version, so some bugs are to be expected. How do we have so little damage in this hand? Our block is broken, so we have extra block next turn, which is great. Oh, the gut punched get changed. Deal 5 damage, gain 5 block, defensive combo, gain an energy. Oh, nice. That sounds really good. Seen the Act 4 bug? Which one? I have seen an Act 4 bug, yes. I think this is a skip. I don't think we need Haymaker. Frozen Egg. Whenever you add a power card into your deck, upgrade it. Yes. The one where both Defect and Silence spawn at the same time. Yes, I have seen that one. I usually check the downfall Discord right before I stream to make sure I'm up to date with the info. What's our defense here? Guess taunt. I guess we have no defense here, not even with potions. It's a lot of incoming damage. Can we gain enough counter for Circumvent to solve the problem? Actually, yes, we can. Not too difficult at all. I want a finisher for the Gladiator stance finisher, and I'm gonna go back into defensive. So I have one more energy next turn. Nice turn. We have 60 counter now. There we go. Ah! There we go. Distilled Chaos. Don't want to carry a single potion with me for too long. Preemptive Strike. Very nice. That's not the stance I wanted to be in. I'm gonna play the top 3 here. That was good. That was really good. Decent amount of counter. We got a shield wall online. No counter generation here. But we have enough block. Gladiator form, arena prep. Let's go with arena prep. We need some defense. Endure. Still affected by Dex. Nice, nice. That will be quite useful. This is enough block. Let's gain some more counter. Yeah, another energy relic would help with the gladiator form, that's for sure. Just a defensive turn, but we still deal the 15 from our shield walls. Nunchaku, every time you play 10 attacks gain an energy, that will help to some degree. Murder Strike, this might be the deck for it. We have Sigil of Victory, we have Arena Prep. We have quite a few techniques. I'm gonna try it out. Definitely break the ruby for a strength and then rest, healing us almost back to full for the next fight here. Want a taunt to be in a stance before I arena prep. Skillful dodge makes sense. This is 3 techniques and some damage. I do want to play Circumvent for defense, that's for sure. Just wondering what else. Well, Chain Lash, obviously. This might be a good Blessing of the Forge. Upgraded triple strike adds upgraded strikes. It still shows the unupgraded one in the preview though. Let's use Sigil of Victory. Oh, when you use a technique is not when you... Wait. Technique game for counter, repeat this effect 4 times. I figured that would trigger the Murder Strike 5 times as well. But apparently that's not the case, making this Murder Strike quite a bit less exciting for us. Triple Strike, however, should definitely do that. That is not great. I was hoping for a 1 cost so I could still play the Endure. Should have done this in the other order. There we go. Honklead at the start of your second turn, gain 14 block. And a colorless potion. Always happy to see Honklead. That's such a nice card. I think this is a skip for us. Obtain the book. Nilris Codex. At the end of your turn, you may shuffle 1 of 3 random cards into your draw pile. Not a bad pickup. Shop or Elite? Probably Shop because it also heals us. I'm not a card purist. I'm a card radical. Anything is a card. These are cards. These are cards. Even that is a card. Tornado Punch. That's 16. Yeah, Flash Strike is 13 and then Strike. I just don't play the Execute. It's as simple as that. Play everything else. Yeah, I'll take more Sigils of Victory. These are pretty efficient. That's the wrong time to draw 2 shield walls, but we probably should play shield wall preemptive strike actually. Hold Firm now also gives counter. Fancy. But it does no longer upgrade the amount of blur you gain. Took 1 damage there to trigger the Centennial Puzzle. That was perfect. We can still build up counter. There's another preemptive strike in the deck. Sigil into Arena Prep. Rising Strike is good. Triple Strike is also very good. And then this is 12 counter. Too bad we didn't have Murder Strike right there. Rising Strike is pretty solid right now. Yeah, that's not gonna help. I ruined the Rising Strike. But this preemptive strike is good damage. Could have considered double playing it. I want to get rid of a potion anyway here. Well, these don't help. Yeah. Was expecting better than this, but it's fine. Strength potion. False counter. I feel like no. Unless we want a finisher. Do we want finishers? With the gladiator form? Maybe yes. Is it false counter or is it bring it on as a finisher? False counter, we need a lot of counter for that to be better than bring it on. 20 counter, then false counter does the same amount of damage as bring it on, but bring it on is also 10 block. If we want a finisher, it should be bring it on, right? Although false counter does help with the shield walls, but bring it on benefits from the decks from the shield walls. I'm gonna go bring it on actually. I think that's the better finisher for us. I should probably take the membership card this early. Yeah. This is pretty much always buy if you can, unless it's your very last job or very, very close to the end. Bronze scales would be very thematically fitting, but I feel like I want to buy a removal instead. I'm gonna go with the defend here. And then leave? Yeah, I feel like nothing else here really makes sense for us. Stance into defensive so we can skillfully dodge. Apply some weakness. 5 damage to everyone, I guess. Should have used a potion there. Maybe the Brew of Sharpness. Sigil, let's dance into berserk, into defensive. Let's switch around. Don't wanna get that shield wall up. Lariat is fine. Oh, die to Niao buff not showing in combat previews. That sucks. Send our ultimate. How long can we go on? More counter, please. And then it's time to strike. Gambler's Brew. I'm fine. Nope. These are all Berserker cards, which we don't really do with this deck. Center defensive. Set up the shield wall and punch him. Sure, let's bring it on. I don't want these. Should be able to enter a stance this turn, right? We're confused though, so it's pretty expensive to enter a stance. That's fine. Still worth it. Let's gain a bunch of techniques. These do retain. So I'm actually gonna use the circumvent here, which does not retain. Is that really the right card against Snecko? We'll see. Can we defend this turn? If we gladiator form? Not that well. Kinda wanna go for defense here, but it's tough. On Guard Town does defend us, but it's not great. Might as well play this. That seems reasonable. Nice skillful dodge. It's time for a triple strike. And then murder them. I don't think I want another Ignore Pain. These are a bit too expensive. If we had retain on them, or any way to retain them, that would be a different thing. Let's focus down these orbs. Sigil. Triple strike seems nice. I should have used the strength potion here. I still can, but maybe a different potion is gonna be useful. Definitely defensive style. That's pretty much what we do. Murder strike on the weakened enemy. That's nice. That lets us get the murder strike in our hand relatively easy. Mockery. A bit short on damage right now. This guy will attack. I guess that's fine. That means he will trigger our counter. Bring it on to end the stance. And we have defensive shout still. No wait, there wasn't one with retain. Never mind. Well, we have this defensive style. This turn is scary though. We don't have block and there's 38 damage incoming. We don't have much of anything this turn. Feel like we brew here. Kill this guy with counter at least. Parry. Clobber. Clobber seems good. 10 damage, 10 block. Ouch. That was painful. But at least the bronze orbs are down now. 14 damage incoming. If we taunt stance, we could clobber to gain the energy. And that allows us to play gladiator form. We take 1 though. But that's fine. Last stance, 6 strength, yes. 6 strength seems amazing. It's also a finisher, which can be nice. Hyper beam, huh? Definitely sigil. Shield wall circumvent, and then last stand, and then back into a stance. Sure. Gut punch. Moves us to berserker. But that's not a huge deal, right? Well, all this damage and we just managed to break through their block. What is this curse? Flawed. Ah, transforms all cards in hand into random status cards. That's okay. Let's pick up another murder strike. I want to be in defensive when I play a finisher. It's 40 block, that will do. Yeah, the floor art is pretty scary. We do have the kill with the murder strike, not quite. But we're close. There we go. Armorer's Tincture, nice to pick up. Another murder strike, there's also Enchant Crown, which helps us play out our powers. But could also make another card 0 cost for the rest of the combat. I'm not sure we want that. I'm not sure we really want that. Moment of Truth? Probably not for this deck. But if you want to finish more often, then the retain is really nice. And it being 0 cost is also quite nice. Enchant Crown. It's not really worth playing on a murder strike, usually, but sometimes it could. I'm gonna take it. Helps with gladiator form a lot. Sozu, no. Buster Crown, maybe. Velvet Joker, probably no. Buster Crown then. That seems reasonable. If you rely on not being in a stance and triggering your space relic and maybe a few other things consistently, then having a retain finisher seems very nice. We're gonna have trouble defeating the merchant at all, so I think I'm gonna avoid them instead. Nine block. You know what? I'm just gonna ignore that hit. I'm not in a stance. This sucks. That would only reduce the cost of Murder Strike. Oh, this sucks. This hand is garbage. Fancy footwork. Requires defensive or berserker and the stance you aren't in, draw one card. Much more reasonable now. Defensive shout for the technique. And entering a stance, most importantly. I mean, yeah. And next turn we have a huge Murder Strike. Not quite enough to get a kill yet, but close. Oh, we had enough counter. Whoops. Whenever you enter a stance, gain 3 block and 3 counter. Probably not really the thing for us. This area of the Spire appears to be a graveyard. You carefully continue through when a strange faint apparition stops you. It reaches out with one hand, apparently offering some sort of deal. You can tell the apparition is holding some sort of precious relic, but you can't make out what it is or just what price is being asked in exchange. We could gain a curse relic for 1 to 4 random curses, like Haunted. That's... What are the curse relics? There's 6 max HP per curse. The Darkstone Periapt. There's 1 strength per curse. The Duvu Doll. I'm not sure if Candle counts, but it could. If Candle counts, then Omamori probably counts as well, which is a bad deal here. I'm pretty sure Cursed Key counts, which would be absolutely insane. We could also just fish for the curse event by going through all these question marks. This seems like a bad idea, but I want to try. We got the Duvu Doll. And 2 curses. Bewilder and Pain. But I think this shouldn't be a random amount of curses, right? It's just too crazy. As soon as you clasp the artifact from the figure, darkness envelops the room. The spectre speaks once more, his words appearing in your head without you ever hearing them. Gain a random rare card, become cursed random. Gain 5 max HP, become cursed, or gain 100 souls, become cursed. With the Duvu Doll, that's a bit more tempting, but no. That was a bad idea. Oh, was it ever a bad idea? Third time you enter Stance Siege chunk, gain an energy and draw 2 cards. Gain 2 energy and draw 2 cards. That's still... I love this card. But it's not for this deck. Strike of Genius. Shield Throw. What do we want right now? Probably Shield Throw. Should usually be able to make pretty good use out of it. 14 block. That's not quite enough yet. Let's see what Stance does for us. Haymaker. I think I'm gonna go Glad Form to another Stance. Oh, Tornado Punch is nice. On guard. And execute this guy. Shield Throw, sure. Armor's Tincture, we don't need that. Upgrader False Counter, I'm gonna take that. I am okay with an upgraded one. An Elaborate Shrine to a Forgotten Spirit. Yes, I'm gonna desecrate it. Gaining 2 upgrades. On Glad Form. Probably not on Murder Strike. On Shield Wall maybe. Or the other Preemptive Strike actually. Well, we got aged. Really stacking up these curses. We still need the blue key, so we need to go here actually. So we only get these 4 question marks. Eternal Feather, we have to take the Sapphire Key instead. So we don't heal when we enter a rest site. But we can only rest anyway, so that's fine. Improvising, I will take that. I'm also gonna drink the strength potion. I'm probably gonna need it. Double the flash strike and then just gain counter. Enter defense. If you end this turn with at least 20 counter, gain 10 block. No. Duel though. Duel is fine. We do want to finish. I'm okay with the false counter as a finisher. That's decent value with the shield wall we have. Ignore pain allows us to ignore pain, which is very flavorful. And frankly the only reason why I played it there. Let's start with Sigil. Kinda wanna taunt, but we can't right now because we have to play Skillful Dodge first. Then I will taunt before bringing it on. Taunt mostly for the technique there. Hold Firm seems just good for us. Let's go Glad Form. Then Arena Prep. Rising Strike makes a lot of sense. And then Laria. This isn't great. Gonna enchant the hold firm first. Nothing I really want right now. Let's enter a stance. That's a good one. This is good block. Let's execute as a finisher, then enter Berserker, so we're in a stance at least. And play the Murder Strike at the end. So we should have the kill next turn. Just want some more damage cards in the deck. Oh! Right, we have counter. That's the thing that we do. Circumvent is ideal. Spire growth. Shield wall. Oh, nice. Found an entry. Decent damage. I'm gonna take a Lariat. We need to build up some counter. So we can circumvent. That's not even enough, huh? Nice. Got that shield wall out as well. Let's dance back into defensive so we can actually use this shield throw. Arena prep battle plan. We already had the kill. Fruit juice. Glad to have it. Backstab? I don't think so. It's a 0 cost, enter defensive, gain 6 block. Even if we disregard the Berserker combo, that's not terrible. Yeah, that's actually worth it. Let's collect all the curses. Also, warp thongs are really nice and help us get the upgrades we couldn't have thanks to the fusion hammer. Gonna gain a new potion at the end of the fight anyway, so might as well use this. Glad defensive. Oh, missed that. But luckily our hand rerolled quite favorably for us. We now have 4 strength by default. That's very nice at least. Another pain. Ugh. That's rough. Just gonna play the shield wall and leave it at that. You know, pain for defense and then triple strike for some damage and card draw. Might as well play the Enchant Crown. Oops. And then we finish the fight. Speed Potion. Gain 5 dex at the end of turn. Lose 5 dex. Chain Lash. That's 16 block. Not block. Counter, I mean. Not sure. Keep in mind to go to this rest site to break the sapphire key. I'm gonna set up the shield wall. We could ignore pain. That doesn't make a whole lot of sense. Just gonna enter defensive. Leave it at that. Cheap shot is nice. Stuns the enemy for a turn. It's almost always useful. Wait. Didn't I just play a circumvent? Shouldn't it have drawn me a card? Not sure. Maybe I saw it wrong. Execute, I guess. And we turn back in and bring it on as well for 2 more energy next turn. No, technique is draw a card now. Finisher is gain an energy next turn. We should be able to see it here. Oh, I wasn't in a stance. Maybe that's the problem here. Yep, now I drew cards. That's more card draw than I will ever need. We drew into pain, so we should keep it simple here. That's pretty difficult. What do we have for defense? We have Endure, we have the Finisher. Gonna go Shield Wall, Endure. Oh, Cheap Shot. Lets me keep the counter. If the enemy doesn't attack. Bye, Ninetale Orochi. Thanks for hanging out. We wanna defensive shout as a technique so we can Rising Strike. Of course we draw into another pain. We have 110 counter. And the Murder Strike ready, so we are close to finishing the fight. But we don't have much defense for not taking damage while at it. There we go. We still have False Counter active, so I don't need to play anything here. Another pain. We just play the Murder Strike and win. Don't want the unupgraded Haymaker. Break the Sapphire Key before resting, so we heal a little bit more when we rest. And the final elite. It's the Nemesis. Stance into defensive, so we can Flash Strike. Wrong order. Could have gained the Dex first. Also, why didn't I armor a Tincture here? That was too quick. Let's try this again. It's Armorous Tincture first. Enter defensive, Shield Wall, Flash Strike, and then we deal some damage. Stance. I could use it on the Murder Strike, but I need to buff up its damage anyways. So I might as well use it on something else. Take another Flash Strike now. Nice. We can do false counter, defensive, execute. Pain. Not happy about that. We don't need to play on guard. Just leave it at that. Maybe that wasn't too bad of a pain here. Another pain, but now we actually need to defend. 9, 16. Endure the pain. That will do. And we have the win with the Murder Strike here. Red Candle. Whenever an attack deals unblocked damage, apply 1 Soul Burn. Interesting. And Ooze Infused Drink. Gain 4 random 0 cost cards to your hand. Bewildered. I guess we just get rid of it. Ugh. These are horrible. I was hoping for a stance, so I could actually enter defensive and do something. Just reducing the cost of Murder Strike here. Ouch. Pain in hand. Not looking too great here. Our defense is Circumvent. Which means playing a lot of cards. Maybe not that many cards. I kinda wanna triple strike as well. Yeah, 2 pains is really annoying. Okay, looks like we're gonna finish this pretty soon. Strategy potion, sure. And onwards to the Watcher. Fleeting Faith. Watcher gains 1 mantra whenever you play a card. Watcher loses 5 mantra at the start of her turn. Watcher's Divinity Stance is permanent. What? We need to enter a stance here. Defensive style is very good. 1 card. This Watcher is basically Time Eater of the mod. Seems like. Ugh, what a useless card to get here. I'm gonna set up a false counter, I think. Actually, I'm gonna make it 0 cost for the future. Plated armor. Be Wild Art. Pain in this hand, really? At least the enemy is not attacking. These retain. I don't have to play them with pain in my hand, but my energy should probably play at least this one. Signature move. Conjure Blade. Conjure Blade for 3. Because the signature move is free. Is that it? Or do we play one more card? I think we play one more card. We lost only half our counter there, which is nice. Their fourth turn is way too much if you get them up to 10 cards. Get them up to 10 cards? Shield Wall. What else? Stance for a Flash Strike. And then I guess we use the opportunity to get rid of their mantra. 10 mantra? Yeah, you never get them up to 10 mantra. That's just suicide unless you can kill this or next turn. Like, you only play 5 cards a turn, or if you play more, you play less the next turn to keep the mantra at a reasonable level. At least that would be the strategy for most decks. If you take too long in the fight, they will do it themselves with devotion, huh? Uh-oh. Yeah, okay. That's a problem. We definitely want Gladiator form active and Shield Wall. No defense this turn is a problem though. Maybe I should have gone for Ignore Pain. A doubled up Endure could be good. Still. Exact lethal. We have 35 HP, so even if we don't block, that's 27 plus 6 is 33. Red Candle. Red Candle is whenever an attack deals unblock damage, apply 1 soul burn. Can give them 1 more mantra safely. And I think we don't want to waste the damage of a preemptive strike. How big is our murder strike? 51? Soon I think we have to raise them. We do want to delay the mantra a little bit. I wonder what happens first, gaining mantra or losing mantra? False counter doesn't seem right this turn. Gain 6 counter. Yeah, I think we leave it at that. We can do a lot with just our... with just our shield walls. One is still in the deck though. There comes an expander for 39. Feels like we want to taunt this turn. Shield wall, nice. If she gains mantra first, then preemptive strike will actually kill me here. So I don't want to risk it. Let's see what happens though. Oh, the mantra gain is the start of my turn, okay. Yeah, so that's fine. Murder strike is 55. As soon as we're not weak, we could double up a murder strike and deal a bunch of damage at once. There's the signature move. As long as we can defend well against that, I think we'll be alright. And back into defensive we go. Murder strike is 64 now, but we are still weak. We don't need to play anymore, but a circumvent is nice block and we have a blur right now. We will still be weak because wave of the hand. It's a lot of weakness you apply. No. The expander is back. Luckily we already have the necessary defense. Do have pain this turn. Could execute taunt, but I really don't want the fatigue from execute. We are still weak for 2 turns. Just gonna taunt as a technique, stay in defensive, and let her mantra run out. We could kill her now with a doubled up murder strike. But we could also save the duplication potion. She's not doing a whole lot right now. We could push her into divinity this turn and kill her next turn if we have the chance to deal significant damage right now. Not really. It's not really a whole lot of damage. Yeah, let's slow play this. Our murder strike is only growing larger. We do, however, slowly lose health to the pain. And we have to kill next turn, almost certainly. There we go. So she never does really enter it herself. She just makes it so that you can play even fewer cards if you want to avoid her going into Divinity. But that was surprisingly okay with this deck. No entry first turn. At least we get rid of the Bewildered immediately. Alright, we still have that card. Two strength, 2 decks on them. That's fine. Nope. Not interested in these. I wish I could hold this Ignore Pain. I'll take a Clobber. Bomb is going off now. Set up the Glad form. Ultimate Stance got upgraded. Okay. We should, if possible, break through. Finisher. Lose all fatigue and gain that much HP, preserving strength, gain 12 block, do not leave ultimate stance. Do not leave ultimate stance is nice. We also gain the additional Gladiator finisher bonus. Not, yeah, finisher bonus. Clobber is only 5 block. But it gains it gives us an energy back, so sure. Oh, the Soul Burn kills artifact. That's really nice. I didn't think about that. But Red Candle is very nice to remove artifact from the enemies. Hate this pain right now. Oh, that doesn't give you a combo. If you were already in that stance. Ultimate stance counts as Berserker and defensive for all purposes. Yeah, so the stance definitely should give you a card, a combo card, if you're in Ultimate. If it says for all purposes. That's it for Ultimate stance. Let's go back into good old defensive. 54, that's not quite enough. I'll take an improvising. Bomb blows up this turn. Dance, circumvent, nice. That would be nice if we had any way to gain counter this turn. Well, this still carries strength. Ouch. Taking quite a bit of damage to this merchant. Let's re-enter ultimate. Ultimate stance. Ugh. Another pain, another bomb blowing up this turn. Could just circumvent. Yeah, I don't want to lose too much HP. I'm still not fully defended. No damage incoming this turn at least. Next turn we're still... No, we're not weakened. So that's when we use the Murder Strike to win this fight. Let's also ignore pain so we don't take too much damage to pain, because the Murder Strike itself isn't quite lethal yet. Warpaint! Upgrade 2 random skills on pickup. I don't think we want Gut Punch. Defend and Taunt. Could have been better, but it's something. Kunai. Every time you play 3 attacks in a single turn, gain a Dex. How often do we do that? Dex is really important for us. First, though, buy pain. We don't have an artifact, so instead of the speed potion, we could have a distilled chaos. Panache seems quite good to help with our damage. An upgraded arena prep seems good. We could just get kunai orange pellets. How often can we trigger orange pellets? We have a few powers. Kunai gives us some scaling, in-fight scaling. That's important. Do we have any way of gaining an artifact? I don't think so. Let's take a Distill Chaos instead. Oh, I'm a bit worried. I'm also gonna take a defensive shout for the card draw. Well, we heal up. And onwards to Niao. 5 curses. Shift Silent as our first opponent. Only has 1 energy this turn. Which I don't mind. Let's get these Bewildereds out. It's not like any damage is incoming, so I'm just gonna enter. Defensive here. And then let the pain go away. flawed. I think we have to play that. Wait. Uh-oh. Yep. The defect just spawned right on top of the silent. Okay, this will be crazy then. Who am I targeting? The silent, apparently. I need to upgrade my cards. Ugh, give me that back. I need that gladiator form. Oh no. Oh no. This is bad. I have to ignore pain this turn. Two voids next turn, that sucks. Murder strike, I need that back as well. I wanted to use this turn to set up... Well, that's not a bad thing to set up. We lose the enchant shield, I don't mind that. But this hyper beam plus 30 damage claw. Is only the defect playing now, but with double the draw? Or no. There's also stuff behind it. I don't quite understand what's happening here. Yeah, that's not fair. That is definitely not fair. Ouch. Well, but we did pretty well until that point. Counter decks, not the easiest thing to make work, to be honest. Feel a bit underpowered right now, but maybe I was just missing some key pieces, like defensive style. That really helps a lot. That's for sure. Other than that, I don't really think I was missing any key pieces for a counter deck. There also don't seem to be any rares that particularly work well with it. Maybe Hold Firm, I guess. Shield Throw would have been good as well. Vicious Mockery. Why was it changed as much? No idea. Probably because just scaling decks infinitely was a bit too strong. I'm not sure. I don't think I like the card very much anymore. Although it's comparable to Flex for Berserker. The defensive application is also there. It's honestly pretty reasonable actually if you think about it. Just scaling has become a bit harder. I really like the new shield wall with the added decks. That really feels the card. Feels like the card is worth it. 2 energy. But you also gain some decks now. Yeah, that's good. It was always 2 energy. Yeah. But I think it was a bit higher in block in counter before that. But I guess the dex makes more than makes up for the slightly lower counter, if at all. No, I think it was 6 and 9. Yeah, I'm not sure. Not sure how to make this counter deck really work as well as I would have imagined. It wasn't working too terribly, but counter has a significant downside in that you have to let the enemy hit you before you can deal damage. And you can't target it, it will just, the first enemy that hits you will take the damage. So it's significantly worse than just dealing damage straight up. And the cards kinda have to reflect that. And I guess they kinda do. Oh, Pink Wasp, I'm sorry. This is not the best time to raid us. Because we're just wrapping up for today. Thank you for the raid though. I appreciate it. But we just finished our final run for today and I was just coming to the conclusion about how we did, and On Guard is so good. Is it? Yeah, this is the beta version. I'm currently on the beta version. And yeah, I was looking at the champ changes today. It used to be ridiculous. I don't think you can keep it the way it used to be, especially not if improvising is a thing.